inspiration. I'm gonna mute everyone. Okay, so for example, okay, so Eric Carle, he's our author of the month, autor del mes, and he's also the illustrator of the month. He drew the pictures as well, and he didn't draw them. He uses collage, a technique called collage to make them, where he cuts out shapes and then puts them over each other to make a picture. And we watched a video about that last week. So you only need one marker today. We're not doing all that coloring today. We already did all that coloring. We already did all that painting. Okay, so, and this is something for us to learn, is that sometimes we're gonna take more than one class to do an activity. So we have to save our materials. So I wanna show you some of his pictures so that you can see, and I'm gonna read you this book. Okay, so that you can see some of his artwork. So this is one of Dane's favorites, Brown Bear, What Do You See? And it might be a book you're familiar with. Okay, and I want you to pay attention to his art. Okay, mira el arte. Brown Bear, what do you see? Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. So you can see he used a different color paper for the feet and the bill and the body, but he cut all of that out and then put them together on the paper. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? You can see on the green frog, see how he cut out these little circles and put them over the frog. He is gluing them over the other pictures, other pieces. I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? Make sure you're paying attention here. I see a white dog looking at me. Abel, make sure you're paying attention. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher, what do you see? Look how he cut
Children.
shapes and put a mouth. All of that is cut out and put over each other to make a collage.
It's gonna be children.
That's right, children. What do you see? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a teacher looking at us. That is what we see. So that's some more Eric Carle art. Here's another book where you can see some of his artwork. Look how he cut out the sun and put that on his page. So maybe you want a sun on yours. Okay, and here's some of his nice background art like we did last time. This one's called Does a Kangaroo Have a Mother Too? I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna take you on a picture walk to show you the pictures, the artwork. Okay.
Miss Ashley.
Right now you're just listening. Please raise your hand if you have something to add, please. Hold on, wait till I'm finished. Okay, look at the penguins. See, he put some background in back. And then he put his penguins in the front, and he's pasting them, gluing them on top. Wands. Picture of his foxes. Look at those dolphins. Look how he did those squiggly lines for the water. Sheep. You can see, look how he cut out that grass. You can see how he cut out those little pieces, those little lines to make the grass. Snip, 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 snip. Couple more pages. His elephants. I want you to be looking at his artwork. All right. Does anybody have any questions so far? Carolina, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, Miss Ashley, could I do my art because I lost the other papers. Can I like draw a picture and then put water on it and then paint it really quick?
So, Carolina, I'm going to leave that up to you because that's not what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up to you on how you want to spend this time as long as you're being engaged. And if you want to do that right now, well, I'm doing the other part, and then you can do the part that I'm doing now on your own at home. If you want to do that, that's fine. Is that what you're thinking, Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So if you do not have your materials from last class and you want to do your color pages while I'm showing you the cutting, that's okay. That's a good use of your time. That's a good idea, okay? And then you can do this part. You can watch this video again later and do it with your family later. But if you have your color pages, okay, if you have your color pages, then I want you to use these. Okay. All right, so I am going to take my color pages and I'm going to look at them and I'm going to think, what could I make with my colors? Well, I look at this color and I think maybe that could be grass. And then I look at all these other colors. Oh my God, I'm seeing so many colors. I'm just going to think in my mind, what do I want to make? I can make anything I want, okay? So it's totally up to you what you want to make. So no correcto animalia or correcto pictora, okay? Está bien una creación de imaginación, okay? So it's anything you want, okay? Tu quiere, okay? So I'm thinking I might do a butterfly because we've been reading about the very hungry caterpillar. I think I want to do a caterpillar and a butterfly, but you can do anything you want. Does anyone have an idea of a picture they may do? Is anyone thinking of a picture that you might do? Rosa, what are you thinking? Go ahead and unmute, honey. So my question was, ¿qué foto vas a hacer? Okay? So, ¿qué foto quiere que hacer? So what kind of picture do you want to make? Rosa. So I said I was going to make maybe a caterpillar and maybe a butterfly. What do you want to make, Rosa?
I want to make a butterfly.
A butterfly. Wonderful. Okay, Brenner, what are you going to make? Go ahead and unmute.
Butterfly.
The butterfly? Okay, you like the idea of the butterfly? You're totally welcome to make a butterfly with me. Thank you, Brenner. Abel, what are you going to make? can you unmute and tell us what you're going to make?
I'm gonna make. I'm in there jumping and doing some.
You're going to make a picture of something jumping. What is going to be jumping? Is it an animal?
No. Or maybe he got a caterpillar.
A caterpillar. Okay, or you can make a person jumping on your picture. Yeah. Cora, what are you going to make?
A kangaroo.
A kangaroo. I love it. Emilio, what are you going to make? ¿Qué foto hacer, Emilio? Is that a caterpillar? Wonderful. All right. Caterpillar.
He's on his mom's phone because I saw his iPad at the back of him.
That's fine. Okay, and Andres, what are you going to make? Unmute, honey. Unmute, Andre, so I can hear you, please. Now I can hear you. What are you gonna make?
I'm gonna make a fox.
A fox. I like it. Ricardo, what are you going to make with your picture?
Un sol.
A what?
Un sol.
Oh, the sun. I
The sun.
love that. That's a great idea. If anyone needs an idea, the sun is a fabulous idea. That is a really good one. Nita, what are you going to make? Unmute, honey, so I can hear you.
Hey, if you want, you can put me on spotlight and can see better.
Oh, my question.
I'm making. Yeah, like I put something on top of each other, like what he did.
Yeah, what are you going to make? What kind of picture?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Never know.
You're just going to see
But
what
you
it's
can
going
see
to do.
what I started, but then it would have to go on
No,
spotlight.
that's fine, Nita. I think it's great that you're just starting and you're going to see what it turns into. That is another way to do this art, is to not have an idea and just start making your picture. Great idea. Carolina, when you are done with your pages, your color pages, what are you going to make? You know?
I think I'm going to make a rainbow color
Yeah.
pen.
I love the idea of making a rainbow.
Rainbow. I think I'm gonna make a rainbow star.
That's great. A rainbow star. Oh my gosh, you guys have such good ideas. Stella, when you are ready to do this, what are you going to make, honey?
I'm just gonna leave them none.
You like the pictures the way they were originally?
Yeah.
That's
I'm not gonna cut them.
If you did this again and you had pages to cut, what do you think you would make, Stella?
I would just
A fish?
Oh.
Did you say a fish, Stella?
Huh?
Because I think a fish would be a really good idea. All right, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do next. So I'm going to take a blank piece of paper, and I'm going to do white so you guys can see mine really clearly. But if you want to do a piece of colored paper, that's fine too. Okay, so I could have chosen brown or blue or black or white. Either's fine, but you want a piece of paper. So I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to put my name on it. If you have someone there to help you write your name, I'm going to put my name on the back. So I'm going to put Ashley. Ashley. Do your best to write your name on your paper. When we are in school, if we were in the classroom, you would always have to write your name on your paper so it doesn't get lost with somebody else's. Okay? And we're not going to be doing school on Zoom forever, so we want to practice always writing our name on our paper. All right? So try to get into the habit of doing that every time, putting your name on your paper, okay? All right, so once your name's on the back, okay, then I'm gonna turn my paper over, okay, and I'm just gonna leave it like a blank canvas. So I'm gonna, so you guys can see what I'm doing, okay? I need my scissors, my glue, okay, and something to trace with. And now, like I've talked about in the morning meeting, I could use my Play-Doh cutouts. I could use the circle in my scissors to trace. I could trace my book if I need a big rectangle. Or I could just start cutting without tracing. Okay, so I want to make a caterpillar and a butterfly. And I know that I maybe want some grass in my background. So I'm going to put my background on first. So I'm going to find my grass that I like, and I am going to not use I'm not going to trace right now. I'm just going to cut. So I'm going to cut. Let's see, I want it to go this way. So I am going to start cutting, and I'm going to cut some jagged lines. Start cutting. And I'm gonna make grass. Okay, now you can watch for a second if you want, or you can start on your own if you want to. And once we really get going, I'll play some classical music while we work. And remember, Genius Time is about whatever you create.
Miss Ashley.
Yes.
How about you put me on spotlight so that you can see this, what I just started making, and you can see this better.
Hold on one second. Brenner, excellent. Butterfly, did you cut those out, Brenner?
Yes.
It looks wonderful. Okay, Nita, you can go ahead and show. I can see you now. Hold it up. Yes. So you are collaging. That is next. I love how you put the doily over it. So you're using other materials with the same technique, and that's fine too. All right, I'm gonna go back to spotlight video of me. Okay, so now you can see I have my blank piece of paper, blanco, okay? And then I have my grass. I am going to use my glue to glue it on so that I'm creating a picture, a collage. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over, and I'm going to add some glue. Okay, I'm going to add glue, and then I'm going to paste that onto my paper.
Miss Ashley, I'm going to turn a circle into a face.
Wonderful. You're on the right track, Nita. Okay, and I always want to make sure I put the top on my glue so it doesn't dry out, okay? Because I'm not going to send you new glue sticks every day. So make sure you take care of the glue you have at home so it will last you until you get a new one. Okay, so now I have my grass that is glued on. And now I'm thinking in my head, and yours could look totally different, okay? Tu foto diferente está muy bien, okay? No necesita mismo, okay? So it doesn't need to be the same. So now I want a sun. So I'm gonna look for a page of mine that has some yellow in it, but your sun could be any color you want. Your sun could be blue. It could be the moon. It's your artwork, okay? And as you know, Eric Carle, he likes to use a lot of colors, so. Okay, so now I want a circle. So I'm gonna find something to trace. That's a circle. And I want a big circle because I'm doing the sun. So I have a paint can here. I'm gonna use the bottom of my paint can to trace a circle. So I'm gonna put it on my paper where I want it. And I'm going to take my marker. I'm gonna hold the bottle of paint down and I'm gonna trace around it. All right, and now you can see that I have a circle to cut out. I'm gonna cut that circle out with my scissors. And then what am I gonna do next? Who knows what I'm gonna do after I cut it out?
Ask us some questions.
Necesito hacer después contar. Or not contar, how do we say cut? Someone help me. Carolina, do you know how to say cut in Spanish?
Tijeras. Yeah, cortar.
Cortar. I knew I was nice, Nina. I knew I was a little off. Cortar. Okay, so I cut it out. And what am I going to do now? What do I need to use now? You guys working hard. What do I need to use? Andres, do you know what I need to use now? What do I do now?
You need to use your blank paper.
And what else? What else besides my blank paper?
You also
¿Qué necesito?
going to need your line. Yes.
Not my line. Does anyone know what I'm thinking of? What do I need to put this on my paper?
With glue.
Glue. Thank you for participating, Carolina. With glue, I need to glue my sun down. So now I'm going to take glue. I'm going to put it on the back of my sun. And I'm going to put my sun maybe in the top corner. And now I have
Miss Ashley.
and some grass.
Miss
Yes.
Ashley. You know how we don't have to put paper on top of something else. You know how markers go on top of other stuff.
I know how
Ink goes on top of other stuff.
That's true, but we are doing our artwork like Eric Carle. This is the method he uses to do his artwork, is by cutting out paper and putting them on top of each other to make a collage. You're absolutely right, Nina. But the reason we're cutting it out is because we're doing artwork inspired by Eric Carle, and we're learning how to use his style. Okay, so now I could start my butterfly, my caterpillar, and I can add to it. So while you guys are working, I'm gonna put on some classical music for the next 15 minutes. Work silently for the next 15 minutes. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. And then we're gonna clean up. Okay, trabajar con 15 minutos y después limpiar. Okay? All right. So I'm gonna put on some music. I'm gonna mute everyone. And just do your best. Remember, Genius Time is just about having fun, doing your best, learning something new.
Did you see what I made with the paper towel, Miss Ashley?
I can see it. Very nice. All right, everyone, this is time to work silently. Okay, so I'm going to have you work for 15 minutes silently. Very nice, Nita. All right, Carolina, I'm going to have you stay muted. All right, so just work, and then we'll get to share after, okay? This is for the body of my butterfly. Now, sometimes you might not want to glue down right away because you want to make sure you have enough room. So like while I'm making my butterfly, I'm just going to put this on the paper to hold the space until I'm ready to glue it down. Sometimes it'd be helpful to look at a book. My wings.
Miss Ashley.
Yes?
If you want, you can put me on spotlight and then you could see my picture better.
Nita, we're not sharing right now, honey. We're working silently for 10 more minutes and then we'll share. Okay, honey? You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, you can always finish later if you don't finish now. Now I made my butterfly huge. So I'm changing my mind because my butterfly got really big. I'm not going to do a caterpillar. I'm just going to make my picture a butterfly. And that's okay. Okay, sometimes it's going to be something different than you started with. And that's how art goes. Yes, Caroline, I see you have a hand up. Did you have a question or a comment?
Can we stay unmuted in case we have any questions?
You can raise your hand, but I don't want other students to hear your background noise, sweetheart, because it can be distracting while they're working. So I'd like you to only unmute if I call on you right now. Okay?
And I don't have any background noises.
Okay, but even when you're moving your paper, that can make background noises that you might not hear. And I want everyone to be able to have some silent work time where we're not talking.
Miss Ashley, well, you're unmuted.
I know because I am the teacher. All right? And I'm the one demonstrating. Okay, so I'm going to mute everyone again. Oh, my computer's freezing. and I'm going to put the music on. We have 8 more minutes.
Could you
silent.
put fun music instead of?
No, this is classical music, and we will listen to lots of different music in our class. And when we do genius time, this helps us with our genius mind. It's good to listen to music, Carolina, that we don't normally listen to. So this is classical music. So I'm going to ask that everyone stays muted. This is not a time for questions unless they're really important.
Can you mute
about
me?
your work. I'm going to mute all of you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I want you just to listen to the calming music. It can be really helpful when you're doing art.
Miss Ashley, I'm going to be right back.
Okay. Cora, are you doing okay over there? Are you finished? Or are you still working? You're good and unmute, honey?
I'm finished. I'm just waiting.
You're just waiting, okay. Think about maybe if there's any other little details you can add because we have about 7 more minutes. You guys are doing great. Okay, so try to add a little more detail. Keep it up. Carolina, do you have an important question? Because I see your hand up again. Carolina, do you hear me? The teacher speaking to you? Okay, I'm going to lower your hand and put the music back on.
Malesta.
Yes, Ricardo?
¿A qué hora te acabas de hacer?
Ricardo, terminar? Are you finished? Yes? Okay, we have, just try to add some more details. Más, hacer más para 4 minutos solamente, okay?
Oh, yo ya hice.
Huh?
Yo ya hice todas las cosas que quise hacer.
You've already done it all? You've already put
Que no te escucho bien. Ya puse el sol y unos
Oh, you're
gatos.
drawing? Okay. Okay, we have 3 more minutes.
Y ya terminé.
Okay, we have 3 minutos más para estudiantes, so espera por favor, ¿ok?
Okay.
3 minutos más. 3 more minutes, you guys.
Miss Ashley, it kicked me out.
Okay, if I let you back in, I know it kicked you out. That happens. Two more minutes.
Miss Ashley, I'm already done.
Okay, just wait. We have 2 more minutes for all students, so just be patient and wait for those 2 minutes. So we're all sometimes going to finish at other times. It's a great idea to have your whiteboard with you, then that you could maybe draw while you're waiting or have another piece of artwork to work on. Okay, if you finish early, we're going to show in 2 minutes. Stars are tricky to cut out. All right, everyone, finish up what you're doing. Okay. Get ready to show when we go to gallery view. First, we're going to clean up before we share though. Okay, so I am finished. Make sure if you're using glue, you put your cap on your glue. Okay, you put your scissors away. You put all of your papers or colors away. Okay, so twinkle, twinkle, little stars, time to clean up where you are. Put your markers back in the bag. Put the cap on your glue stick so it doesn't dry out. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, time to clean up where you are. Clean up, everybody clean up, clean up, clean up. It's time to put it away. Clean up, everybody clean up, clean up, clean up. Find a good place for your work. Okay, I have stacked my papers so that I'm being organized. Sometimes I even like to use a clipboard if you have one at home to keep your artwork on. I have a nice, neat place for all my pages. And then I can put my new artwork right on top. Okay, it's kind of like creating an art book of all of your artwork. You have some sort of a clipboard at home. So you can see my grass, my butterfly, my sun. And while I didn't use the same materials as Eric Carle, my picture still looks like his type of artwork. So you can do this with many different kinds of materials. All right, everyone, now it's your time to share. So I'm going to go to gallery view. Where is that freezing? There we go.